Let's click that. There we go. Happy Valentine's Day and welcome to Friday Flip. Today I am going to be working on, may not finish it today. We're going to start it today. It is going to be taking the top half of a pair of jeans. I've already used the legs on other upcycle projects. So I went ahead and I cut last night I picked the pockets off the back of the jeans. So I went ahead and just started getting a few things prepped. And I'm going to be hopefully turning this, plus you see all these squares and more flannel squares. Whoops, I dropped one. And turning it into well, some people would call it like a dungaree dress. So, or some people refer to it as a pinafore. Something I could wear with a turtleneck or a t-shirt underneath and, just be comfortable. And something I want to try. So that's what I'm doing today. And I need to get this piece out of the floor. Hold on. Leave it to me. Always dropping something. So the first thing I think I'm going to need to do, because I don't have enough squares cut. So let's move our jeans aside. And I'm using more or less these two sizes to make the patches out of from the flannel. So right now I'm just going to try to organize up the squares by color. So let me move this out of the way. We'll sit it right here for right now. And I'll turn the camera around. There we go. Now you can kind of see. Orientation is locked. Rotate device. I didn't do anything other than accidentally kick the stand. So I hope this is still filming. Who knows? I'm still learning. I did already. And there we go. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so let's get some of these organized. Some of these were old flannel shirts. Some of it is leftover flannel that I had from other projects and just hadn't bothered to use it. I still don't know what that means. Rotate device back. Why? I haven't done anything. Huh. I have no idea. I hate that it makes it look cloudy. I can't see what I'm doing. So, there we go. Okay. Well, it's just going to have to stay cloudy for me. So that way, as long as it's clear for you, life is good. Maybe that little sign, that little note will go away on its own. We're just going to hope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large squares. I thought I had some small squares of this too. Maybe they'll turn up. So I'm just trying to organize them a little bit. As you can tell from looking, I love plaid, so there we go. I think I'm definitely going to need some more of this. And I do have plenty more to cut. So, and we have a variety of different sizes. Some of these, when I sew the squares together, I will probably just sew them on top and give them the chance to kind of just like, give that like natural fray. So we shall see. Those I will have to zigzag on because otherwise, it'll continue to fray forever and we don't want that. Okay. As you can see, I have been busy. I did some cutting last night. Again, just because I didn't have anything better to do. So. All right, how many do I have of this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely gonna need more of that. These are a couple of small randoms. And then we have a couple of large ivory with some little ones. And then, all right, and we have that. Okay. I think the first thing we're going to do is I need to cut some more of both of these out. And, well, we'll just dig through this and decide which ones we're going to cut more squares of. Okay, so these two for sure. And how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely some more of these as well. Okay. Okay. All right. So we get ourselves organized out here. Oh, I know something else I need to do. Hold on just a second. I need to grab my other phone. So if anyone pops in, I can see the chat. Oops. Because I can't always, when it's horizontal like this, I can't see the chat, which is kind of, hopefully that's something that they'll address one day on here. Because it would be nice to be able to see everything. So I am going to, let's see. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Okay. Oh, it'll let me watch off of this as well. That's good. Oh, it'll let me watch off. But I'd like to be on my other account. Share settings. Switch count. Let's go to this one. And we'll watch from there. Okay. All right. At least now I can see if somebody pops in and out, and if anyone has questions, I'll be able to see it. I ran to Dollar General this morning. Look how cute this is. It's a $3 little, it's supposed to be a candy dish, but because it has a hole in the bottom, and this, since it's so deep, I can feel like it's right here. I'm thinking of putting like a really powerful magnet down in there, and then I can put my pins in it because sometimes I'm really bad about hitting my pin cushion. So I'm thinking about that. I think that could be fun. But right now, I'm just going to use it to help prop up my phone. Let's see. Oh, these need to go over here. And let me grab my, I guess I call them quilting squares. Oh, whatever they call these. Okay. This is leftover scrap. Could be something fun to use. Actually, I'm going to do some more of this one too. So let's start. When I use the sleeves, when I want to make squares, first thing I do is after I've cut the arm off, I find the seam and then I cut straight down on one side of it. So that way I'll be able to open it up. There we go. And then just cut straight across, take the cuff off. I save the cuffs, and I also pick off and I save buttons because you just never know when you're going to need buttons or what color you're going to need. And so I like to reuse them when I can. So I did press this last night, so it's not too bad. I'm going to leave the scissors open. And let's do, I push this all the way over to the seam. And then I can put one. I can get two small ones. I'll get two for sure. Okay. Now I try to cut as straight as possible, as we all do, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but I just try to be very careful when I sew stuff together. If I need to trim it then, that's what I do. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut this straight down. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful Valentine's Day today. I don't think me and my husband are going to do very much other than I think we're just going to order in dinner because he's working all day and it's really kind of cold. We've had so much going on that we don't really feel much like going out. So I think we're just going to have a nice dinner here. I did get him a card and his favorite candy. He loves Reese's cups. So I went and found him, it's like this big around. It's a heart like that size, and it's a giant Reese's heart. Plus I got him some small Reese's hearts. And then I also got him a thing of Hershey Kisses that are in one of those tubes that has a little heart on top of it. And I got him a card. And so we don't spend a lot on Valentine's Day because we have Christmas. And then my birthday is in January. So, yeah, you know. We don't spend a lot on Valentine's Day. But that's okay. We spend on each other often enough. And besides, what is the thought that counts? There we go. There's a little small heart. I'm going to get one more, maybe two more of the small hearts out of this one sleeve. I have a scrap bin over here, so I promise you I am not throwing scraps on the floor. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I like to, you know, it's nice to have some different shapes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one kind of a rectangle like some of the others that I have. So let's cut straight across here for right now and all the way down the side. If you use a rotary tool, a rotary cutter, be careful not to cut yourself. several years back, my mom was making these little cute little fleece capes for her nieces for Christmas. Um, and fleece, can be hard on your hands when you're cutting it. Sorry, I need a sip of water. So her hands were getting really tired. And I said, Mom, I'll loan you my mat and my rotary tool. I'm like, it'll probably be easier. You can just cut straight through. I took her some extra blades just in case she, was going to need it. And the last thing I said to her was, Mom, be really careful. If you're cutting with your right hand, if you're cutting, keep your fingers out of the way of the blade. Yep. First try. First thing she did. Ran right over the top of her fingers with it. I'm like, Mom, I told you. She's like, yeah, I know. But, accidents happen. So if you're wondering why what I'm doing, if you just joined and you're wondering what I'm up to, right now I am cutting out flannel squares. I am upcycling a pair, well, I can't say it's a pair of jeans because I already used the leg portion for other upcycle projects. So I'm going to take the top part of these jeans, and add a long skirting to it. And then I'm going to add straps, and I'm going to make a pinafore, or I think some people call it like a dungaree or dungaree dress. I actually tried this on last night. This is a pair of men's jeans I got for $5 at our I shouldn't laugh about this, but anyway, I got it at our $5 at our local thrift store, Heart and Hand. These are a 46 by 30. And I thought I may have to add something down the side or whatever. It does fit me all the way across. With extra room, no less. And I didn't know that would be possible, but it is. So this is going to be the top portion of my dungaree dress. Last night I took time and I picked off the pockets. I saved them because I'm thinking about putting pockets on the front of my pockets on the front of it. They might be more decorative than utilitarian. I might add side pockets. I don't know. I haven't decided. What did I do with? Oh, here it is. If you lay one of these on top of the other, it disappears. Okay. So we'll do this right here. Well, actually, it's easier off this side. Actually, it might be time for a new blade for this. It's not quite, I'm having to press down a little bit harder than I normally do, so I might have to run. Oh. It's just so easy for me to say, I might have to run to Joann's. Our Joann, if you've been following, you know that Joann's declared bankruptcy again, and that they need a buyer, which I don't think has happened, and they are closing basically 500 stores all across the U.S. I looked at the docket of stores to be closed. Fortunately, my local one is not. I know a lot of people were like, oh, their fabric's terrible. But where I live, not only we just don't have anything to choose from outside of, you have a choice of Joann's, Hobby Lobby, or Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart, and I'm not going to go to Hobby Lobby. I think Hobby Lobby's material is pretty awful. We used to have Ben Franklin's. Now, it was a drive, but when I would go, I would stock up. But they closed, I think, 2 years ago, which is really sad. I loved Ben Franklin's, and it was so nostalgic for me to go there and buy fabric because I remember my mom taking me when I was a little girl. And I just thought it was so fun because Ben Franklin, you know, if you know what that store is, it's kind of like an extended like general store where you had like think Little House on the Prairie where you literally had everything. They didn't have groceries, but they did have a food section. Usually it was like specialty stuff and stuff that was made locally, which was really awesome. Um, Stuff that was made specifically in the state of West Virginia, and I'm sure in each state that they had these, it was very local specific. There was a fabric section. There was a you know, decorative section. You could get, you know, it was so that it was just kind of a hodgepodge, but it was so quaint. So I was really sad that when our last one went out of business, and you know, it was just sad. And so, you know, there went another fabric option. And I know everyone's like, well, just order online, but you can't feel fabric online. I sometimes I want to feel it, I want to touch it, I want to know, you know, I can look at color, but although you have to be careful with when picking stuff just by color online because things aren't always as they seem, you know? So I feel really horrible for all of the employees. I don't feel like it was fair to them. I mean, they had to have known it was coming. They probably knew more than most of us. But still, it's like to say, oh, we might close, oh, we might get a buyer. And then for it to be, they're going to close so quickly. And it's just going to be gone. And these people are going to be without jobs. And it's so hard for people to find any employment right now, especially in certain areas. You know, I mean, I live in West Virginia. I live in the capital, you know, capital city. Well, across the river from the capital city, it's the same thing. But, you know, there's probably more jobs here and in Morgantown, where the university is, than in other places in the state of West Virginia. And, you know, finding a job here is not easy. And I know that is probably, it's very true for other states too. It's not just here. So I feel horrible for the employees. And then I know there's a lot of people who, you know, I mean, they run their small business. I don't know how many people knew this, but they did have a special program, and I was part of it too. When I was running my business, that you could order, it was a small business discount kind of program. And so that will be no more. And for a lot of people who run their small businesses, they relied upon Joann's for what they needed. So I don't know what's going to happen. I know our local Joann's here in Charleston is supposed to be one of the ones that stays open, which I'm grateful for. But they said that could change. They said it could change. It may not be, you know, I don't know. So anyway, I guess I just won't be running to Joann's right now. I guess I could, but I'm definitely going to have to get some more of these. I guess I'll have to just order them online. If this is, oh, it's Fisker. You can't even see where it says Fisker anymore. I've used this so much, I've rubbed the name right off. I'm sure Fisker has a website where I can order them, or Wawak. If you are not familiar with Wawak, it's WAWAK. Now, they don't have fabric, but they have all those sewing accessory needs. So it's a great place to check out. You can, they have a website. It's Wawak, WAWAK.com. And on there, you can actually order a catalog. If you're one of those people that likes to browse through a catalog, they will send you their catalog, which is fabulous. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get a new one. This one is... Let me use scissors to finish this little section. There. Okay. Oh, I definitely want to cut off the fringy bits. And I do have fringy bits on here. Okay. Well, this is not fringy. This is frayed. It's got to go. There we go. And then take the fringe off of this side. Now, when I start sewing these together, I'm not going to do it in like a straight uniformed, like you would a quilt. It's going to be kind of mix match and more random. That's why I'm not too concerned about sizes, you know, about each square being absolutely the same. Because I want it to have, I don't want it to look like I'm wearing a quilt. You know, I mean, not there's anything wrong with that, if that's your thing. I just don't want this to look like I'm walking around with, you know, a cut off pair of jeans with a quilt attached to it. I want it to be a little bit different. Let's see. Okay, I can get another big one from here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I want some different sizes. No, do it this way because I'm right-handed. There we go. Line that right up on the edge from where I cut. All right. And I'm just going to use my scissors to cut right up. There we go. And I'll be able to get some small squares out of that. Oops. These didn't get through. There we go. All right. Was this on the fold? It is on the fold. So let me open this up. Let me cut these fringes off, or the fraying off. That is one thing I don't like about flannel. I end up with little, you know, covered in little strings. That's okay. Line it right up with that gray portion of the plaid. Okay. All right, now we'll open it up and we will do, let's see. Here's one. Line it all up. Two, and then sort of a triangle piece. Okay. Let's get a couple just to finish off this piece of scrap. Here we go. And this was on the fold, so it'll be easier just to use my scissors and follow up. Here we go. And let's do this side. Then what we'll do is I'll turn you around the camera and we'll start sewing together some of the squares. We'll get the I'm going to make front panel and a back panel, and then I'll seam it down the sides, because even if I don't decide to add pockets today, if I decide, I don't feel like doing it, I may go back later and open up that side seam and add pockets, because, you know, sometimes you regret your choices in real time. And I'm not sure, I didn't even take time to dig out a pocket, you know, one of my pocket patterns. So I may not do it today, but I will leave it so that, you know, make it in a way so that I have options to add that later. or add them later if I want to. Alright, I'm going to turn this around and get the little fringe off of the edge. The selvage edge on this flannel has little fringe. There we go. And we got 2, because that material was doubled. There we go. Okay, so let me move this out of the way, and well, I'll put it up here. Hopefully it won't fall over. Okay, let's start with one of the larger. Let's build a square. And try to go ahead and just put it together so that it's right side down. Now, I figured out, I measured this last night, and so full circumference is 58 inches. Now, like I said, I want to add a skirt to here, and down here is, I forget, from seam or edge to edge, we'll just do it that way. Okay, and then how much is it down here where we're attaching? Okay. Give or take 27. Oh, it just popped up. So it's 54 down here. How much excess? Because I don't want it to be a column. I don't want it to be straight down, but I don't want it to be super poofy and like incredibly voluminous either. Okay. 30 wouldn't be enough. All right. That would be 70. Adding for seam allowance off each side for front and back. Yep. All right, we're gonna make for our row going across both the front and the back. Each one is going to need to be so each one's going to be 27. Yeah. All right, front panel and back panel, each one needs to be 34 inches, or actually 35 inches, because that allows me, seam allowance. Okay. All right, so we need to make sure that when we're putting our squares side by side, it's going to end up being 35 inches wide. We can do this. Okay. So today might be part 1 of this series, but that's okay. All right. Definitely want to start with that. I definitely want to have to cut some more of this. All right. Put these all together. Make sure they lay flat. I don't want them too wrinkly when I'm working with them. Although, the nice thing about flannel is it doesn't, or at least this heavier flannel, it does not get too wrinkly. So just want to kind of get a feel for what we're going to do. Okay. All right, so essentially this is 24 inches. Let's see how big this is. All right, that's 31. Get this up. If I go over, it's no big deal. I can always trim it. So this is 5.5 wide. I will have some plain pieces in there. So yeah, I think that puts us at about 36 inches, which is fine. All right, so let's plan out the next one, the next row down before we head to the machine. We'll do like maybe 3 rows and then we'll see where we are. Okay, let's start. Oops, there I go, throwing little, like some of these small pieces, like once I get this sewn, once I start getting it sewn together, I may go back in and add like pieces randomly. And with these, I will leave them raw on the edge. So yeah, I did cut just some random smaller pieces too. Okay. And let's get the ones that you just saw me cut out, which are these. Let's kind of split it up a little bit. I don't want to line everything up perfectly, but this fits really nice in this area. So I want to leave that there like that. Okay. So put this here. I need a long strip. Which ones did I cut long? I know I did some long ones. Ha. Move that over. There we go. So you can kind of see. There we go. So we added a long strip here. It's not as long as this one, but that's, I think, going to be okay. I'll make it okay. It's not a matter of if it's okay. It'll be okay. Let's do. Oh, we haven't added an ivory piece in yet. Let's do that next. And I do have more of the ivory flannel that I can add as well. So let's put this in here like that. And then what do we want? Actually, you know what? I might move this all the way over here. Then we need a piece that will fill in here. What do we want? Might be time to pull out another one of these. So we'll just kind of get a feel. And then I'm just going to start randomly sewing stuff together because why not? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, let me get my machine fired up and I'll turn you around. We'll sew this together and then we'll just start sewing. Well, we'll just start putting pieces together, sort of like a crazy jigsaw puzzle, and we'll just see how it goes. All right, let's get. I'm going to need to shift some stuff around because my sewing space is very small, so I have to adjust as I go. Sometimes that adds. Sometimes that really adds to the time it takes for me to get stuff done, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm doing this for fun. So no big deal. Part of me feels like maybe I'm getting too planny with this and I need to kind of go with just like the feel of how it is and just really go for it and just stop worrying and planning stuff out so much because I do that. I, spend a lot of time trying to plan stuff out and everything has to be and blah, blah, blah. And I need to stop doing that. I really need to stop doing that. I mean, it's good in some instances, right? But there are times where you just need to let creative flow, let the creativity flow and just not let it become all that. Oop. I almost dropped another piece. I'm so good at it. Okay, that goes there. And up there. I definitely gonna have to cut some more of these colors. This one and this one. Some of the fabrics I got some of them were leftovers. This was a flannel shirt, this was a flannel shirt, this was a flannel shirt. This was left over from a project of where I made something for my mom, not this past year, but the year before for Christmas. This ivory, this, and this plaid. Not this plaid. This plaid were left over for the quilts I made my niece. I forget what this was. So this fabric I bought for a project. I made patchwork jackets. I found my friend Natalie, who owns Making Space Thrift. She had this in her store, and it was perfect. I love it. It is so incredibly soft. I love the feel of it. So okay, I'm just gonna kind of pull these together just so I don't accidentally knock any of them off in the floor. I need to move the jeans over here too, just because otherwise it'll get in the way. So this is our top row. We'll take this over now. Another sip of water. I'm trying very hard to stay hydrated. Okay, we'll move my phone over. And I need to bring you guys over. Let me move this giant bag of flannel scraps out of the way. I should have went live last night so you guys could get a good laugh at me digging and digging and digging through just mounds and mounds of flannel scraps. There we go. Okay, so let's start just sewing these together. I am going to sew right sides together. You know, I think because I was using navy blue, I'm doing denim. I had navy blue thread in my machine, but I am wondering, I think I need to just go with white for now. So let's change up my thread, shall we? There we go. Put that on the blue line. Let's grab, I have to make sure I find the bobbin too. Sorry I don't have any music going in the background. I need to research like some channels that play royalty free music so that I don't keep getting dinged. Now the other day when I did the, if you saw my short, that is the memorial for our dog Mo, who just passed away this past week. I knew I was going to get dinged for using the music. It just, I mean, it didn't hurt my channel. It was just, they said it wouldn't play in all countries or something, and I'm like, that's okay. I'm like, the whole world doesn't need to see my dog's memorial, but I want to make sure, like I did a live 3 years ago. I was doing a challenge making what's called the 1 hour dress from the 1920s to see if I could do it in an hour. FYI, I did it in an hour and 3 minutes, and that was because I was talking and I had to keep moving the camera. But anyway, I had music playing in the background, and it was music on YouTube on a channel, and I was like, oh, and I wasn't thinking, and I left it on in the background, and it didn't hurt my channel again, but I was like, yeah. So anyway, I need to, because I like to have music or something playing in the background. I just, I find it relaxing. So, which way did I have these? I had them this way. Did I have it this way? No. I had it this way. The only thing I really need to line up is this top portion, because that's what I'll be gathering to attach it to the denim piece. All right. Let's stitch one just because I like the needle placement better. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Should I? No, I won't. I'll do it this way. Okay. Sorry, randomly thinking out loud and not finishing my thoughts. It's a bad habit. Oh, scissors. There we go. First piece is sewn together. Let's do, I'm going to go ahead and sew this onto here. One thing about flannel, it's almost like Velcro. It just sticks together. Okay. So if you're hanging out with me today, I appreciate it. I want to say thank you. I am trying really hard I want to, I'd always, you know, had an account over here. I mean, I did videos and stuff, but I didn't really have any goals or anything. I just, you know, have just been sharing what I do and just trying to inspire people. But now um, I've started focusing on it more, and I do have some goals. And one of my goals is I'd like to be able to grow my channel. Um, I'm getting really close to having 1,000 followers, and I really need to get my watch hours up. Um, because it would be nice to be able to monetize a little bit. I'm not expecting, excuse me. I'm certainly not expecting to be a, you know, huge million subscriber account, but to be able to get up to, if I got 4,000 watch hours, I could monetize. Actually, I need 3,000 watch hours, and I think I need, last I checked, I was at 915 subscribers. So if I get to if I get 3,000 watch hours, then I can add some special options where people can purchase from my store. And I don't have a store right now. I'm thinking about reopening it, but differently than I had it before. I think what I want to do is, like, you know, some of the things I make on video, I don't keep for myself, and I don't know what to do with it. And I thought what I could do is, with the things that I make, the samples that I make, I could put them up in the store for anyone who, you know, maybe doesn't sew, but, you know, likes it. Or even if you do sew and you're like, oh, I just want that and I don't have time to make it right now, you could go ahead and purchase it. So it gives you the option to do that. And then people can do what's called super subscribing, which I guess is like a monthly membership or something. And they donate, you know, I've seen people donate like $2. Some people donate more depending on the live, which I think is cool. And I guess you could do that to videos too. And then the next level, if I get to 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours, then I can add, I can make money off my videos with adding the little commercials. So it wouldn't be a lot of money, but a little extra here and there would certainly help. So if you know anybody who loves sewing, please ask them to like and subscribe. Please subscribe. And then, you know, just watch my videos and hang out on some lives with me. So that's kind of my goal, is to this year to really focus on, you know, finding subscribers that like what I do, and grow my subscriber counts, and, you know, get my watch hours up so that, you know, one day YouTube will look at me and go, hey, you know what? You're working hard. We'll let you monetize your account. That would be really great. So we'll see. It could happen. That's what I keep telling myself. It could happen. Just keep working hard. And we're lining it up. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely like Velcro, which is nice. I mean, I would much rather have fabric stick together than have it slide all over the place. I don't know what happened there, but we're going to start that again, because for a second I thought the needle had like pushed the fabric down into where the bobbin is. I hate when that happens. It's such a pain to fix. There we go. No, I was wrong. No idea. But it's fine now, and that's all that matters. There we go. Okay. All right. So there is the first part of the front panel. So now, whoops, trying to grab stuff. Okay. Let's take this. Okay, I want to make sure it's the right side. Sometimes with these flannels, you can't tell the difference between what is. There we go. Now I've confused myself. I hate when I do that. Oh, you know, it would help if I did it this way. Okay. Try to get my brain to engage. Sometimes that is a challenge. I might need a little pin this time just to hold this in place. Okay. Keep getting all kinds of notifications. Seam ripper, please, because I just realized something. I wasn't thinking. So I need to just open up this end a little bit, and it'll be fine. Where's that little piece? There it is. And cut off the strings. Oh, I love the strings. Goodness gracious. I'm just using a couple pins to hold this for right now. Line up with those, with the previous seam. Oh, that's what it is. So why is it dragging? Because I had a pin stuck in there. Thank God my needle didn't hit it. We're going to leave that flap open and trim. Okay. And now we're just going to seam and cut my threads. I'm trying to get really good about cutting my threads as I go along because I always had that bad habit of forgetting. That's okay. It happens. You see I have excess here. It's totally fine. Does not matter. Hold this out nice and straight. Okay, it's going to be fine. Tuck that back under. Just want to make sure I liked the alignment. All right, let's see how we're doing. Pretty good. And there we go. Oops, I have a little thread popping through. Let's go ahead and trim that away. And you know what I'm going to do? I want to do, where's that little tiny, I have little tiny pieces that I want to add. And for this, so I want to think, no. Because this is going to be seen. So let's put it right here. Let's organize. All right. And we're going to switch over to, where's my zigzag stitch? Number 4. Okay. And actually we'll leave it where it defaults to, because I think that's a pretty narrow zigzag, which is good because it'll keep this from fraying too badly. So let's, oh yeah, that would be good. The other thing that I have loads of fabric-wise, like fabric scrap-wise, which I discovered last night, I have loads and loads of scrap fleece. All different kind of prints and some solids and lots of plaid. I'm thinking about cutting all those up and just making like a crazy, like mix match blanket. That way it'll open up one of my cubes where I have fabric stored. That would be nice. So I may do that. Of course, by the time I get it finished, it'll be warm again, but that's okay. My husband will use it. He's always cold. Summertime. Man's freezing. I have to tell you, when I started going through all these scraps last night, and even this moment, I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety. Only because I got a lot going on in this, as far as like different plaids, different colors, and just, you know, a lot. And, you know, part of me last night, I was sitting looking at going, as my mom would put it, is that, you know, is it jakey? Meaning, is it just too tacky? Oh, hey, Pebble Pathway, hi. I'm so glad that you caught me live too. Thank you for stopping by. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I have my little phone right here so I can read. When my phone is horizontal like this, I can't see the chat. So I'm looking over here so I can read. So I am working on an upcycle project. And I'm using all of my scrap flannel. This is my first row so far. And everything's going to be different sizes. It's going to be kind of mix match here and there. Because what I'm going to do, hold on, let me grab. This is leftover from jeans I have already used the legs on. So I have the top part left. That's all I have left. These jeans, hold on to your britches, haha. These jeans were men's. I got them for $5 at our local thrift store. These were a 46 by 30. And because they're so sizable up here, this fits around above my chest with room to spare. So I am taking this and I'm adding a patchwork bottom, like a longer skirt, and I am going to make, I guess, I've said it both ways because I know some people call them a pinafore, and then some people call them like a dungaree or dungaree dress. So that is what I'm doing because I've decided I have too much scrap and too much leftover denim. So I'm starting the project today. I have a feeling this is going to go on for a while. That's okay. Nice. I need to sew at some point because I have so much fabric. Exactly. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to have, I hate throwing, I mean, I've got some decent sized pieces, as you can see. I hate throwing it out. And it's not like you have enough to make a full garment out of one particular piece. I hope it will be really cute. Pray for me that it is. I really hope it's going to be super cute. I was just saying as you popped in that I'm really nervous because that's a lot of different plaids and prints and stuff going on. But I'm just going to go with the process. I'll wear it even if it is tacky. I don't care. I'll still wear it. But I thought it'd be cute with just like I could wear like a long sleeve t-shirt. I could wear a t-shirt or, you know, even a turtleneck underneath it if I want to. Okay, I need, let's see. Let's do, and I'm trying to just go with this organically and not like plan. At the beginning I was planning too much and I wanted to kind of just let it happen. So I'm trying to just let go and just grab fabric and then just go for it, which is hard for me because I tend to be the planner type. So here I am trying to be, you know, spontaneous. So let's pull some fabric over here just so I have it handy. Let's add this piece on. Some of the flannel that I'm using are leftover, just old flannel shirts. And then some are leftover, you know, just leftover flannel from quilts I made, blankets I made, you know, just random stuff. Like this little piece, I love this material. I cannot tell you what it's from. I can't remember. That's how long it's been laying around in my sewing room. So I've just decided I am going to make the craziest plaid. Let's put this back on one. I'm just going to go for it. And just make the craziest looking plaid pinafore, patchwork pinafore, dungaree dress, or dungarees that, you know, you could possibly make. And I think I went too far again. I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and open that up now. I need to stop going all the way to the edge. Because if I do that, I can't get the next piece sewn on properly. I hate when I do that. I haven't quite had this machine for a year yet, so I'm still trying to get used to it. You know, I could slow down my stitching speed a little bit. Take my time, might be best. I didn't mean to sew this over here. I needed to sew it. Wait. Yes. I need to sew it down here. Yes. See, I got to talking and I wasn't paying attention. Shame on me. That's okay. I've already got it started. There's a reason I grabbed my... It's not a project for me if I don't have to pull out my seam ripper. And I'm trying to do this very delicately just because it frays so bad. I guarantee my white sweater will be covered in lots of little fuzzies. There we go. We're doing good. Gently, gently. Trying not to tug and pull too much. Frustration. It happens. But it's all right. It's all good. What is that from? Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cheat. Hold on. Just because I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me. And it doesn't matter because I'm trying to not have everything so like perfect and like matchy and you know except the happy accident, that sort of thing. I need this to go down here. That's okay. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down here first. Which side? This is the fuzzy side. Let's see. What color do I want to put right there? I need a piece of ivory. That's what I want. And I do have plenty more ivory that I can use. Where is this going to end up if I use the whole piece? Just curious. All right, that'll be good. That'll work. I need to see what time it's getting to be because I actually have a couple things I have to do before my husband gets home. And since it's Valentine's Day, I'm not cooking. He's not cooking. We've decided to have a stress-free Valentine. We are ordering in. He's going to pick it up, but I have to get a hold of the restaurant that we want to eat, where we want to eat, and make sure that we can still do a pickup tonight. I think we can, because he's going to pick it up on his way home from work. And he gets off work pretty early, so all right, we're going to stop right about there. And so we're just ordering pasta because there's this great new Italian restaurant called Sergio's, and we are hooked. I'm hooked on their shrimp shrimp rosa or fettuccine. Yeah, shrimp fettuccine rosa, I think is how the way they put it. Anyway, it's delicious. It is. I love it. It is by far my favorite pasta. And then my husband is hooked on their lobster ravioli. He loves it. And surprisingly, their prices are actually really good. I mean, and the quality of the food is amazing. So he will pick it up, bring it home, and then if we have to reheat it, it is no problem to reheat it. The other amazing thing, their salad that comes with it. The first time we ordered, I thought, oh, they must have, because I was opening everything up, and I thought to myself, oh, they must have just sent, like, put both our salads in one container so we could share. No. They sent us two. We could make, they're just so big. We could have made meals off just the salad. And then they sent bread, and it was so good. So we're going to have a very simple, easy Valentine tonight. It'll be nice because we won't have to cook. You know, neither of us will have to think. We don't have to worry about cooking too much. I love it. All right, I want to sew this over to, well, now I want to see, let's see. We want to hook on the next piece before we attach that. No, wrong color. Oh, I know what we could use. Let's use another piece off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I don't want to use that yet because I'm going to have to spread that out. Decisions. The question is, am I going with the flow or am I thinking too hard? I'm thinking too hard. All right, I'm going to cut a piece of this in half. And I'm going to attach it from here over. Line her up. attach this. There we go. And now let's line all of this up. I'm going to put a couple pins in just to hold that in place. And I want to trim off, where's my scissors? This excess. Because that was kind of a lot. I don't want a lot of bulk. There we go. Put that in the tiny scrap bin over here. Okay. You know what? I want to extend this. Let's just take it all the way down. And then if I need to trim off, I'll trim. Let's just add that to this right here. Okay. And we'll come right up close to the edge, but not go all the way, because otherwise, as I've learned, you can't get the fabric fully attached to where it needs to be. So let's just open this up and see how we're doing. There we go. Very cool. I'm liking this. This is fun. I actually like this now more. I'm enjoying the process more now that I've quit trying to think about it so hard. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because it is Valentine's Day and I know I have things to do. I know everybody else does too. I am going to go make a few phone calls, and then I'm going to keep working on this. And what I'll do is I'll do a progress video. Let me turn you around. I'll do a progress video later. There we go. So I will, like I said, I'm just going to continue this afternoon working on this until my husband gets home. First, I have to go call my pharmacy. I have a couple things. I know some messages just came up while I was on that I need to give them a call back about my prescriptions. So I need to take care of that, and then call that restaurant and get things arranged for dinner. So I'm glad for everybody who popped in and out. If you see this later, thank you so much for stopping by and just hanging out for a little bit. And so I will work on this. I'll do a video later, kind of catching everybody up on how far I get progress wise. And then I'll probably do another live next week of the process, continuing this process. Um, just so you can kind of see how it goes together and stuff. But that doesn't mean that I won't make a video. I will still post up my weekly video. I know it's ambitious, but I will do it. So, anyway, thank you guys. If you were here, you popped in, you said hi. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I will see you again soon. But until then, happy Valentine's Day and happy sewing.